watching sports with Ben Rosehart.
For weeks, for months, and for years, David Gokin has been the Dixon Dukes' biggest football fan. And this past Friday, he was able to join the team in uniform and score a touchdown. All right, it's time for our next installment of Rapid Fire with Rosehart. Time to put on the cowboy hat as I'm a straight shooter.
Ben Rosehart would not eat green eggs and ham.
He would not eat them, Sam, I am.
He would not eat them all alone. But I will eat them if you... In a game of Scrabble, these kids have found the winning combination. Now that's what I call a triple word score.
The one person who's not down here at the starting line who's going to be running today, that is Bettendorf's own Kathy Schmidt.
I think I'm going to learn how to slam dunk before the season's over.
With or without the trampoline?
Well, we'll see.
The last two John Deere Classic winners have fallen into the sand on the 18th hole, but then used that as a launching pad to victory. But now he's making a move on the back nine. He had an eagle on 14. It is not easy to finish second in the state of Illinois, and that's exactly what the Almond Pioneers have done for the second time in 3 years.
KWQC's Ben Rosehart has much more from Kinnick.
Despite 4 turnovers in the first half, the Hawkeyes still built a 17-point advantage in the third quarter. Usually that's more than enough to hold on for a victory, but Nebraska was able to score quickly through the air and on special teams.
We had our opportunities, no question about that. But the two things that really cost us today were the turnovers and then errors in the or misgivings in the special teams area. And that I'm not going to say it came as a surprise. We thought that returner was as dangerous of a guy as we've seen this season.
We had turnovers. Just didn't play well enough as an offensive unit out there. Caught too many 3-and-outs in that second half. That's basically like a turnover almost. Probably could have put them to bed maybe, but we let them stay in it. They stuck in it. They played better than us in that second half, and they beat us.
A potential knockout blow came in the third quarter when Rudock overthrew Damon Powell for what should have been a touchdown.
We felt confident, but as an offense, we weren't putting points on the board, and we knew that. We knew we had to. We have to go do something about it, and unfortunately, we weren't able to do that until a little too late.
We kept fighting. They just made Nebraska's a good team. They make plays, so there's no letting up in us. They found some holes in our defense and they exposed it.
It just sucks because we didn't. Our record doesn't show how good of a team we are, because we are a really good team. And like I said earlier, we just didn't win the winnables, the games that we should have won. And today was another one of those.
At 7-5, the Hawkeyes still have one more opportunity to send the seniors out with a victory. And one source tells me they might end up playing at the 49ers' new stadium out in Santa Clara. In Iowa City, Ben Rosehart, KWQC TV6 Sports. Every year around Father's Day for the past decade or so, 4 generations of golfers gather in Muscatine and hit the links. On Wednesday, we caught up with the Rhodes family, who understands that your game can get better with age because of the people you play with.
When we play together, it's always for fun, nothing serious.
It's a special Father's Day foursome. The ringleader, Dusty Rhodes, who technically lives on the outskirts of Davenport near Bluegrass. His second home, the Muscatine Municipal Golf Course.
It keeps me going. I'm 86-year-old, and I don't think I'd be moving now if I didn't play golf.
He says he's 86, and sometimes that could be his age and his score.
I love the game of golf, and what makes golf is the people you play with. You can have fun. I'd rather have a bad day and enjoy the people, and have a good day and have one bad guy.
Sometimes the best Father's Day present can be your time. Just ask Dusty's son, Gary.
Dad's amazing. His whole life is about golf. And the thing about it is, every time I play with him and step on this golf course, it's just such a joy, and it's a great time to spend time together.
Over the years, each father in the Rhodes family has passed his love of golf down to his son.
I've been playing golf with my grandfather since I was a teenager, about my son's age actually. It's such a rare thing to see and be a part of that, I want to share this with my son and my other kids because it's something that's important to me, family, enjoying the game of golf, having a good time. It's always funny when we go out with my grandfather. So
my dad made me caddy for him once, and I was kind of still skeptical, but I played a little bit that time, and I actually grown to love the game.
Hopefully he carries it on, and maybe we can do this in the future, when he has a kid, and that would be totally awesome. So
yeah, but they didn't sponsor you either.
Gary also has a twin brother that lives in Florida, so Dusty is actually getting 2 rounds of golf in with his family this week.
They tell me whether I got on or not, or whether I'm short or long, or how close I am. I got a lot of eyes down here.
All the guys told me all 4 of them are still looking for that elusive first hole-in-one.
The Irish of St. Mary's with a big lead, breaking the offensive zone. Another shot is good, this time by Jim High.
Most of us sum it up that night when we played at Tumwa, it wouldn't have mattered who we played because it was just one of those perfect games that we had, and we could have beat anybody that night.
They can't miss now, and they haven't been able to miss all night.
It's been 60 years since Clinton St. Mary's, a small Catholic high school of about 50 students, won the state basketball championship at the University of Iowa Fieldhouse. Players like Dick Lingle and Lauren Hyde are quick to point out this was before there were separate classifications.
We always say one class state championship, so it had never been done before by a Catholic school. We were 13-5, and then won our last 13 in a row.
Sometimes it seems like a dream, and we had such a good starting 5. Especially playing mostly bigger schools.
There's a lot of things that come back every time I think about it. And you think about it more on the 50th, the 40th, the 25th, and now the 60th, which is awesome that we're still here. Starting 5 is still intact. The starting 4 cheerleaders are still intact.
Dick also married his high school sweetheart, Dorothy, who was one of the cheerleaders.
If we even lost, we would have been a winner because we had gone so far. And so we were real proud of our team, proud of our school, proud of the Irish.
The community had plenty to be proud of that year. In fact, it was almost an all-Clinton final, as Clinton High School also made it to the semifinals.
Those last couple of nights, I think all of Clinton was out there. And, of course, with Clinton High playing, and then we were out there, too, cheerleaders rooting with one another.
It was magical. When you start playing and Clinton High is going to be playing and you're going to be playing, you think, oh, we'll do our best, but the odds for us to do what we did do were something that none of us really thought about.
Everybody knows by now that the state championship belongs to St. Mary's of Clinton. The ball game is just about over.
It was electrifying. There was so much energy in that gym.
A job well done, and one of the magnificent performances.
It still stays with you today when you think about it.
There they are, the champions.
Seems like a dream, and then again, it's reality. Especially, 60 years ago.
I grew up near Philadelphia, but I learned quickly that the University of Pittsburgh is notorious for losing leads in both football and basketball games. And the Hawkeyes were more than happy to continue that trend. Hawkeyes offense came out sputtering in the first half yesterday, so down 7-0 in the second quarter. Kirk Ferentz elects to roll the dice on 4th and 2. Great play call as Jake Rudock finds Henry Krieger-Coble, and we're tied up at 7 apiece. Now, the Panthers had a pretty good rushing attack and a pretty good running back in James Conner. He was racking up the yards on the ground, over 100 yards for him. Gets rewarded here in the second quarter with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Pitt builds a 17-7 lead by halftime. With Rudock injured, kind of limping around on the sideline, here comes Sunshine from Remember the Titans. C.J. Beathard, the lookalike. The 63-yard bomb to Damon Powell. What a catch. Cue the 70s music. Where's Denzel Washington? Mark Wiseman then, later that drive with the spark by the Hawkeyes passing attack. He gets a chance on 3rd and 2 with the handoff, basically goes untouched into the end zone from 10 yards out. That cuts the deficit to just 17-14. Remember the Titans? How about remember the Wiseman? Because they go to him again in the fourth quarter with under 7 minutes to go, and the Hawkeyes take the lead 24-20. Wiseman 2 touchdowns, 88 rushing yards. In the latest Panthers collapse, the Hawkeyes come back to stun Pitt by 4, improving to 3-1. Meanwhile, Clinton native David Johnson tallies 173 rushing yards to help UNI earn its first win. If Illinois keeps starting slow, it might be a long Big Ten season. Coach Tim Beckman and his team fell behind again yesterday. The quote-unquote powerhouse that is Texas State was actually leading Illinois 21-6 in the second quarter. Josh Ferguson then says, you know what? All right, guys, follow my lead here. Ferguson on the sneak right here, the sneaky screen pass, breaks out the jukebox, ends up being a spicy 33-yard touchdown for the Illini. Ferguson was a beast, over 230 total yards and 3 scores. Illini quarterback Wes Lunt then engineers another touchdown drive in the fourth. Mike Dudek gets his mitts on this one, the go-ahead 7-yard touchdown. That gave the Illini a 32-28 lead, a lead they would not relinquish as the Illini avoid getting embarrassed, escaping 42-35. Western Illinois also loses to Northwestern despite outgaining the Wildcats. The action was heating up over at Augustana as the Vikings look to sail past Loras. I'm not even mad, that's amazing. Third quarter, Augie up 13-3. Bettendorf native Dylan Jones finds Josh Schulte, who makes a one-handed touchdown grab. Loris within 13-9. Augie regroups, however. Sam Frasco dials long distance, and Kyle Frake answers the call. 42 yards later, he's in the house. Vikings extend the lead to 20-9. Next Augie possession, same score. Frasco, a little bit of a fumble there, but he hangs on to it. Airs it out again. Perfect. Just how they drew it up, right? Sean Fitzgerald, the 33-yard touchdown. That play was working. Augie earns its first win, 34-17. In other action, the Saints go marching over to Brady Street. St. Ambrose versus St. Francis. Second quarter, Bees down 14-0. On 3rd and 9, the pump fake, Patrick Smith to Chris Hovden. 10 yards on the play. The pickup gets an Ambrose first down. Later that drive, Smith locates Brad Connor over the middle for another new set of downs. Connor, 9 catches, 93 yards in this game. Same drive, 3rd and 11, another conversion. This time it's Smith going with plan D. We're just going to scramble for 12 yards, get the first down. Good decision. That leads to this. Smith drops back. The dump pass to his left. Ryan Byrne from Davenport Assumption High School maneuvers 17 yards for the touchdown. Great play, great drive. Unfortunately, there were not many more drives just like that. Bees get stung 27-13, falling to 0-2. That's it in sports. I'm Ben Rosehart. Have a great day. And then things just get really crazy. With Lindauer batting in the 5th, a huge opossum literally decides to join the fun, waltzes out onto the field. Lindauer's like, I'm trying to figure out how to hit this 1-2 curveball. I don't know what to do with this. Kim wants no part of the rascal, no relation to the Bandits mascot, of course. Play was stopped until the grounds crew finally gets things under control with the help of a trash can. And the crisis is averted, standing ovation all around, and the Lumber Kings even gave our helper some high fives as he exits stage right. What a wacky night.